Tomorrow is my infusion, and I really need it to work. The goal is to rest this entire week so that I can finally get this flare under control. Anyway, here is a repost of me talking about Lady Jane Grey, the 9 Days Queen. Lady Jane Grey, born October 1537 in Leicestershire, was the titular Queen of England for 9 days in 1553. At the age of 15, she was reluctantly put on the throne. The great-granddaughter of Henry VII, Jane was barely 9 years old when she went to live in the household of Queen Catherine Parr, and upon Parr's death became the ward of Catherine's fourth husband, Thomas Seymour, who had planned to marry her to his young nephew, King Edward VI. But before he could, Seymour was beheaded for treason in 1549. Then, after Lady Jane's father was made the Duke of Suffolk in October 1551, she was constantly at the royal court, where John Dudley, Duke of Northumberland, suggested to Edward VI that Jane marry his son, Lord Guildford Dudley. After Edward died on July 6, 1553, Lady Jane was proclaimed queen. Because of her extreme Protestant views, Edward had made her his successor. But according to an act of Parliament and her father Henry VIII's will, Mary Tudor was the heir to the throne. She also had the support of the people. Lady Jane Grey was then persuaded to relinquish her unwanted crown, and Mary was proclaimed queen. Both Lady Jane and her father were committed to the Tower of London, but he was soon pardoned. Lady Jane Grey pleaded guilty to high treason and was sentenced to death, but her execution was suspended until, in February 1554, her father participated in Sir Thomas Wyatt's rebellion. Mary Tudor understood that it was too much of a risk to keep any of them alive, so Lady Jane Grey and her husband were beheaded on February 12th, 1554, and her father was executed 11 days later.